You have started. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. How do you handle office politics? My name is Sonko Annette, and I would like to thank the people who are subscribing, following, liking, sharing, and commenting. I came up with this topic because I have had some friends. We've had discussions with friends who are going through office politics, and I just decided to come up with this clip. How do you handle office politics? This is my opinion. You can have your opinion, and you can also comment and tell me how you handle your office politics at your workplace. Office, office politics is worldwide at all institutions, companies, and organizations. There is office politics. And how do you handle office politics? This is the things I think you can do to handle office politics. First of all, if you're new in the organization, in the company, in the institution, you are supposed to know the vision, the mission, the policies, your JD, your job description. You are also supposed to know the values and then the objectives of the company. After knowing those, you also have to have principles that you follow if you don't want to follow suit in the office politics. Of course, at workplaces, there are categories of people. They may have groups, cliques, that some are under the strategic, some operations, others the politicians. Of course, when you go to a workplace, you always see the politicians. They are friendly, they always come to you to check on you, how you are, Yeah, and then you are also supposed to learn the environment, learn your colleagues. It does not, you don't need to take a long time learning people because time is not with you. You need to know each and every one before you start engaging yourself into discussions. In most cases, you find that people get upset, get stressed. They at times fear even to go back to work because of the politics that is moving around their workplaces. So, my dear friend, there are 5 tips that Adriana Gilder talked about, and the first one was that don't pick sides. When you go at a workplace, always remain professional. Don't have a team, don't have a side, be neutral. And if you don't have what to discuss in these groups, please, silence is the best. Documentation is another tip that you need to learn. If you're doing it, well and good. For those of you who are not doing it, it's a tip you need to learn, my dear. 1, the people who always turn their stories. You've discussed on certain issues, then because they want to impress the bosses, they'll take a different story to the bosses. But remember, you've been discussing with them, and then you resolved that, okay, this is what we are going to put across when we meet the bosses. But their stories will change. So, my dear, you have to document, because in the long run, it may come back to you, my dear. If you have not documented, that's it. Always don't take things personal. Don't get personal. There are people who are at workplaces, there are colleagues who always want to turn you to be a bad person, who want you to sink into hating even your workplace. They feel jealous on you, and then you end up like losing it. So please and please, always don't take things personal. Make sure you don't take it personal, and always, at times there are those people actually who are supposed to say sorry to you when they have done wrong, but because they feel they have the authority, they have the power, they need to do what? They need to put you to be the one in the wrong. Then stay away from gossips. Always stay away from gossips. Of course, they're productive gossips. Let me give an example of a media company. The people maybe you're working three in the office. Of course, you'll always be interacting with the three people that you are working with. If accounts on that side, why would you want always to mix with them? It's better you do your work, let your tasks be accomplished, my dear. And if your tasks are accomplished, then that's when you need to hear, okay, there are some gossips that are productive, that are maybe they are talking about what's happening in the organization. So if you don't listen to them, or if you don't engage in search, you may end up losing out certain points. So it's you need to balance. Don't always focus on gossip, the gossip of talking about other workers and other colleagues, no, because there are people actually who do gossip. They even reach a point of entering into other people's personal lives, So such gossips, my dear, have a limit. Remember, we said you have to have your own principles. Let your principles guide you, because you came to that workplace to achieve the goals. Look at your JD. If you see that, okay, my JD is requiring me to do this, make sure you accomplish your goals. You achieve what is written on your JD. Another thing is choose positivity. Choose positivity. Always look at the positive sides, because there will be incidences. Of course, there are people who can be jealousy over you because you are always on time, you are accomplishing your work, your tasks are done on time, you send reports on time. Then other people will start feeling jealous because the bosses are praising you because you're always on time in handling certain issues that you need to handle. So please, you have to always be positive. Have you ever been at a workplace then you feel that it's like hell? So many people face that, but the only way to handle such issues is to follow the 5 tips that I've given you. Always be positive. Don't look at the negative things that they talk against you, they do, because at times people are just jealousy. Remember, office politics, those are actions and behaviors involving competition for status and power in a workplace. People will want to compete for status. People will want to compete because they want to show power over other people. They want to show authority over other people. And always be straightforward. Be focused and be straightforward, because there are certain issues that you need to handle, like there are some cases where you find for sure that you even fear to speak up because of the politics that is moving around at a workplace. So you have to be very strategic. Follow your principles. Always be positive. Don't engage in gossip that does not concern you. Don't pick sides if you want to be safe. And always document, my dear followers. Document. I know you have a lot of tips that you use when handling your office politics. Please write them in the comment section so that I can also learn from those tips. At least I know these 5 tips that they've helped me. I've just researched about them and I've learned them. Now this is the time. Last year I was just using the 5 tips and it is helping me a lot, because you cannot office politics will always be there, and it is worldwide. It's everywhere you go, whether you go where every company and institution, you will find office politics. So my dear followers, thank you for watching. See you next time. Ciao.